It's a new coverage for used Freightliner and Western Star trucks with expired warranty. And the OEM back coverage for the frozen field. Here's exactly what you need. No deductible scholar caps or trauma. Claims get paid. Don't try another unprotected model. Contact your Freightliner or Western Star dealer.
Sim Troy, a vibe like no other.
Man, I wish I was out there. Let's not retire. Fly man.
Hey, Grandpa! Grandpa! I still got it. Hey, I need that senior discount.
On retirement. Who'd be dumb enough to do that?
I got the job. Yeah, I feel like it's all coming together.
Introducing the all-new 2024 Chevy Trax with all the tech. Here we go.
We're going home, Mom.
And all the room for all of life's firsts. Your first new car is here. The all-new Chevy Trax, starting under $22,000.
Being a hero. It's not what you think.
You will act like you're made of steel.
Made of steel. Made of steel.
But you know,
There are evil people at that school.
if the woods is exposed, we all have a potentially fatal problem.
So what are we gonna do?
We're superheroes.
We stop. Am I right?
Get it, got this.
See a style you like? Find some inspiration? Take a screenshot and open the Amazon app. Tap the Amazon Lens camera icon. Click that big yellow button to upload a pic. Within seconds, Amazon Lens will show you similar styles to shop from. Shop dresses, bags, shoes, and more. Yes.
Local. Now. This is WSFA 12 News. Today in Alabama.
Good morning. Welcome to Today in Alabama. It is a Monday morning. Just hit 6 o'clock on a Monday. If you're heading out to work or school in the next few minutes, you might want to bundle up as you head out the door this morning. This is a live look at a pretty shot at the Montgomery Regional Airport. Thanks to our Fly MGM cam. You can see one of those planes set to leave a little bit later on this morning. And like we mentioned, you can almost kind of tell off of the distance. Just kind of looks like a crisp start to your Monday morning. We're glad you're starting the day here with us on Today in Alabama. I'm Jed Davis.
And I'm Jasmine Williams. Thanks so much for joining us this morning. We'll get to your headlines in a few minutes. But first, let's check in with WSFA First Alert meteorologist Tyler Seabury. Tyler, I know it's officially cool out because most of the ladies, and your wife included in the newsroom, are bundled up with boots on.
Well, you guys are always dressed for winter ski events in the newsroom.
Yeah, there's a line here, and on one side of the line is the folks who already have the winter gear out, and then on the other side is the folks who may not even have a jacket out quite yet, which, it's in the 40s. I think a lot of us will probably consider this jacket weather, but I think it feels pretty good. It's a very crisp, refreshing morning, and the afternoons this week are going to be very nice. So you get the crisp mornings followed by the really comfortable afternoons in the 70s. Most days this week will be in the 70s. Today's the one exception. We'll only get into the 60s. So a little bit of weather for everybody here, depending on what you like. Temperatures this morning, it is certainly crisp. It's in the 40s. I would recommend, for most everyone, I'd consider this a hoodie or a jacket kind of morning with mid and upper 40s. It is also a little breezy, so it will feel a solid 4 or 5 degrees cooler than it actually is.
Anybody ask you where to go?
Probably feel rather cool to most throughout the day today as we get up into the 60s, but 70s are back starting tomorrow. We'll cover the latest and talk about a Friday rain chance.
We don't really need that.
All right, Tyler, as the Israel-Hamas war continues, civilians are trying to leave the country and get to safety fast.
At least 30 Americans are now confirmed dead, with more than a dozen still missing. NBC's Bree Jackson has the latest.
Week 2 of the Israel-Hamas war, and Israeli fighters are preparing an attack by land, air, and sea. In an interview on CBS's 60 Minutes Sunday, President Biden continued to pledge his unwavering support for Israel while condemning Hamas.
The most important thing is ending this brutality and to hold those who committed it accountable.
Secretary of State Antony Blinken is in the region meeting with partners.
To make clear that the United States stands with Israel to prevent the conflict from spreading.
As the fighting continues, the humanitarian crisis is getting worse. The Biden administration is working to get Americans out of Gaza through Egypt,
where they can be safe physically and where they can have access to the essentials, to food, water, medicine, shelter.
The U.S. is also ramping up efforts to free hostages.
Hamas wants to see if they can't get something, and I'm sure there'll be some kind of exchange that they'll be looking for.
A bipartisan group of lawmakers visiting Israel was forced to find shelter. After experiencing the dangers firsthand, they vowed to help.
We are working very hard to put together a comprehensive package.
I'm so tired of y'all telling how hard y'all working, setting it in office.
A sense of urgency to send assistance to Israel and to address the growing humanitarian crisis in Gaza. In Washington,
We're working very hard. Yeah.
President Joe Biden is considering a trip to Israel to show support for that country and its prime minister.
New this morning, a plane of Americans coming from Israel arrived in Florida Sunday night. More than 270 Americans were on that flight. Florida's governor and his wife greeted passengers as they stepped off the plane. The governor said the families had no help getting out of the country, so Florida stepped in to arrange the charter flight.
Really?
He also said there were a lot of small children on board. Governor DeSantis says he expects there will be more flights in the coming days.
Wow.
And later this morning,
Go ahead, DeSantis.
team coverage on the latest on that region and reaction here at home. Again,
That's what I'm talking about. Find a solution, not an excuse.
Expected to appear in a Birmingham courtroom where he will plead guilty to extorting Natalie Holloway's mother. Vanderstood has been the prime suspect in Natalie's disappearance in Aruba for almost 20 years right now. You'll recall she was a student from the Birmingham area on a senior trip just after graduation from high school. However, he's never been charged in her disappearance. He's instead facing charges for reportedly telling Natalie's mother he would tell her the truth about what happened, but do so in exchange for money.
Happening today in Huntsville, the shooting death of a Huntsville police officer will finally go to trial. Jeremy Brown is accused of shooting and killing Officer Bill Clardy in December 2019. Jury selection starts this morning. Prosecutors are seeking the death penalty.
It's now been 6 months since a deadly mass shooting at a Sweet 16 birthday party in Danville.
4 people have died and dozens more were injured at that shooting. And a total of 6 people.
Say goodbye to sinus suffering and hello to better reading with Navage. Navage is available at Walmart, Walgreens, Target, CVS, Rite Aid, and online at Navage.com. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E. Clean nose, healthy life.
It's obvious the unthinkable has happened. With all the recent media distractions, most folks never saw it coming. But a few did. Their guts told them something very wrong was going on. And now the headlines are proving them right. People in charge keep telling you that everything's fine and to stop noticing. You know better. Folks are investing in emergency food storage. And you should too. My Patriot Supply, the nation's largest emergency preparedness company, are the ones you can trust. Go to mypatriotsupply.com and secure their best-selling 3-month emergency food kits. Each contains tasty breakfasts, lunches, and dinners, averaging over 2,000 calories per day. Get at least one for each family member. My Patriot Supply also sells biomass stoves, off-grid room heaters for when the power goes out, gravity-powered water filters, heirloom seeds, and survival gear that may come in handy soon. Go to mypatriotsupply.com today. It's time to prepare for what's coming. mypatriotsupply.com.
In 1995, veteran police officer Michael Chappell was convicted of armed robbery and murder and has spent the past 30 years in prison. The true crime podcast, In the Land of Lies, explores the untold side to this story, one that could prove Michael Chappell is actually innocent. See why people are calling In the Land of Lies incredible, phenomenal, and a must-hear podcast. Binge the entire series now, and new episodes will be soon. in the Land of Lies. Get the podcast wherever you listen.
He's the voice of the conservative millennial.
Ben Shapiro.
The Ben Shapiro Show, tonight at 8 p.m. on News Radio 1440. Depend on it. Your WSFA First Alert Weather Forecast on News Radio 1440.
Sponsored by Bet Online.
Football is rolling. BetOnline.net is your #1 source for all your football wagering info with up-to-the-minute stats, news, scores, and matchup breakdowns. Get the latest game odds, spreads, and totals for all football with BetOnline.net's real-time updates. BetOnline, where the game starts.
Temperatures will be a few degrees warmer today. We'll get up into the mid-60s. It will be a day with a mix of sun and clouds. Depending on your location, some may see more clouds than sun. It will also be a breezy day with wind out of the north and northwest, 10 to 20 miles an hour through the day. The wind will calm down tonight. Temperatures down into the low and mid-40s under mostly clear skies. Plenty of sunshine Tuesday, highs around 70. Then we're into the low and mid-70s Wednesday with plenty of sunshine.
That's your First Alert forecast. I'm meteorologist Tyler Seabury for News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch traffic brought to you by Sons Automotive. Family owned, family driven on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, Montgomery. Your Monday kicks off with good news. No major problems or accidents have been reported. Nothing to send you on an alternate route. Interstate system moving into the Tri-County area from Clanton, Auburn, and Greenville. No problems on 231 south out of Wetumpka, north out of Troy. You keep listening, and we'll keep you posted with the latest and the most accurate traffic conditions on the radio. Larry Live Oak. Make sure that you've got the right insurance for your needs and lifestyle. Larry's been customizing insurance since 1988. Call Live Oak Insurance, Main Street, Millbrook, 285-2881. Buckle up, it's the law. For Montgomery Skywatch Traffic, this is Major Delay.
Good morning, I'm Judd Davis. Here's what's happening in the news on this Monday. We start in Pike County, where a 14-year-old accused of killing his brother could be charged as an adult. The 14-year-old has not publicly been identified yet because of his age. He's charged with killing his brother nearly 2 weeks ago and hiding his body in their backyard. Investigators say he planned to kill other family members and classmates. International news, the war between Israel and Hamas militants continues. At least 1,400 people have been killed and 3,500 wounded in Israel. 29 Americans are also dead and 15 still missing. Some national news this morning, Republican Representative Jim Jordan is hoping to be the next Speaker of the House. Kevin McCarthy was removed from that leadership position several weeks ago. The Republican conference nominated Jordan for Speaker last week. However, numerous GOP sources say dozens of House Republicans will vote no for Jordan. That House vote could come again tomorrow. That's your news on this Monday. I'm Jed Davis.
Research shows that successful ad campaigns share 8 characteristics. Radio is the only local media option that delivers all 8 of them. Radio reaches your potential customers close to the point of purchase. It provides local consumer interactions with emotional connections that build trust and credibility for your business. Radio is unskippable and quick. We get your message out in 24 to 48 hours, and radio is very affordable. That's why radio consistently gives you the highest return on investment, and it's also why it should always be your base media buy. Research also shows campaigns generate even higher returns, starting at a 19% lift when they are on more than one platform. That's why Cumulus offers a variety of effective digital solutions to enhance your base radio buy. At Cumulus, we're your one-stop shop to deliver a coordinated radio and digital campaign that will get your business results. Hi, I'm Sonia Thompson, and it's my job to get your business results for News Radio 1440. To learn more about how to get started, go to newsradio1440.com and click on Grow Your Business.
It's time for the biggest tractor sale of the season at Sun South. Whether you're a seasoned pro or just starting out, Sun South has a John Deere tractor for everyone. Notre Dame didn't have a problem. Affordably priced with special offers, including 0% financing for 72 months.
Right on.
Models including 1 Series, 3 Series, and even 5 Series. Borrowing your buddy's tractor long enough. Get your own John Deere from Sun South during the fall sales event. Sun South, equipment for those that do.
I know. I'm quite understand that. I guess because Alabama didn't win in a command way.
From the American Academy of Pediatrics. Bedtime is a special time of day, a moment to connect with your child before going to sleep.
After your child has brushed her teeth, read a book together, or talk a little about your day. And of course, tell her you love her. Having a routine every night helps your child structure her day, feel safe, and develop good sleep habits. relationships matter. For more, talk with your pediatrician and visit healthychildren.org.
Join Sean Hannity Sundays at 3 p.m. for the Encore Show.
Chinese, the Russians don't fear Joe Biden.
On News Radio 1440. Sometimes you need to reset, refocus on your day. The moment where you take a deep breath and change the focus from the problem to the problem solver. This is Decisions with Kevin Elkins.
Tomorrow morning, if you wake up. And good morning, Montgomery, Alabama. It is time to rise and shine once again. For it is once again, one more time, you're on top of the ground, and the ground's not on top of you. Good morning to you. I'm Kevin Elkins, and this is News Radio 1440. It is time for our daily bread. A word from on high, something that will change your perspective or give you a new one. Either way, it's good for the soul. Good morning again. It is October the 16th, 2023 AD. Today's daily bread is simply entitled, Who Am I? Our scripture insight today comes from Exodus 4, 1 through 5. And again, it is October the 16th. It is a day that has never been. And it is a day that once it is gone, it shall never, ever be again. It is a once-in-a-lifetime deal. And once it's gone, you don't get a do-over. You don't get to come back and do all the things that you should have done this day, and you don't. And more importantly, you don't get a chance to come back and undo the things that you do. You don't get to summon it from the past once it's gone. Once it's gone, it is gone forever. If you have lived a while, you've seen, you've heard many, many yesterdays. And if we are blessed and given the grace and mercy and charity of God, we may, I'm not sure, we may see some tomorrows. But if tomorrow should never be, then it is this day. That is the first day of the rest of our lives. What are we going to do with them? Well, whatever we do what we can, while we can, as long as we can, until we can't. Reach back and help somebody else along the way, if you can. Benjamin Elijah May said, whatever we do in life, we should do it so well, no man living, no man dead, no man yet to be born can do it any better. And I say, if that is the standard by which you live life, you'll always be successful. Oh, you'll fail at a thing or two. We all do. But you'll never be a failure until you quit. We say, give out if you must. Rest if you can. But you never, ever quit. You never give up. Because quitters don't win. And winners may lose a time or two. We all do. But they never quit. My mother said, put one foot in front of the other. But don't ever give up. Martin Luther King said, if you cannot run, walk. And if you cannot walk, crawl. But whatever you do, never, ever give up. Never quit. Because quitters never win. And winners may lose a thing or two. But they never quit. So don't you. And every once in a while, it's okay. Ask for some help in the journey along the way. Good morning to you. Who am I? That's our daily bread for today, October the 16th, 2023 AD. And it is a great day to be alive. We'll be back.
Thanks for joining us for this daily encouragement from Our Daily Bread. Our reading titled, Who Am I? Was written by Tim Gustafson. Kazambo sat watching the campfire, pondering the great questions of his life. What have I accomplished? He thought. Too quickly, the answer came back. Not much, really. He was back in the land of his birth, serving at the school his father had started deep in the rainforest. He was also trying to write his father's powerful story of surviving 2 civil wars. Who am I to try to do all this? Kazambo's misgivings sound like those of Moses. In Exodus chapter 3, God had just given Moses a mission. I am sending you to Pharaoh to bring my people, the Israelites, out of Egypt. Moses replied, Who am I? After some weak excuses from Moses, God asked him, What is that in your hand? It was a staff. At God's direction, Moses threw it on the ground. The staff turned into a snake. Against his instincts, Moses picked it up. Again, it became a staff. In God's power, Moses could face Pharaoh. He literally had one of the gods of Egypt, a snake, in his hand. Egypt's gods were no threat to the one true God. Kazambo thought of Moses, and he sensed God's answer. You have me and my word. He thought, too, of friends who encouraged him to write his father's story, so others would learn of God's power in his life. He wasn't alone. On our own, our best efforts are inadequate, but we serve the God who says, I will be with you. Today's Our Daily Bread devotional scripture reading is from Exodus chapter 4, verses 1 through 5. Moses answered, What if they do not believe me or listen to me and say, The Lord did not appear to you? Then the Lord said to him, What is that in your hand? A staff, he replied. The Lord said, Throw it on the ground. Moses threw it on the ground, and it became a snake, and he ran from it. Then the Lord said to him, Reach out your hand and take it by the tail. So Moses reached out and took hold of the snake, and it turned back into a staff in his hand. This, said the Lord, is so that they may believe that the Lord, the God of their fathers, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob, has appeared to you. Let's pray. Father, thank you so much for who you are and for loving us and encouraging us. When we feel inadequate to accomplish something that you've laid on our hearts, remind us of Moses and the countless other times you've empowered people to do great things in your strength. May we trust you and move forward in boldness. Thank you, Lord. It's in Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Thanks for listening today. I'm Stephen Tabor, and today's encouragement was provided by Our Daily Bread Ministries.
Horse! Oh, kids! Who?
Airborne! Airborne!
Here we go, all the way, gotta be
rough and tough, airborne, every day, we run to the sun, no sweat, not yet, that's right, PT time today, down in the mess hall on my knee, we got Monday morning, PT time, from a crate of beans. The bread was moldy and the meat was bad.
The bread was molded and the meat was bad.
You know darn well that you can't eat that. Come on now, it's time. Hey, get your tennis shoes on. I know, we used to run in boots, but you know how it goes. We're a modern military. Airborne all the way. In the 82nd Airborne, easing the breeze. Now that I'm here, I'm gonna do it right. Jump from an aircraft while in flight. Motivated. Come on now.
Airborne all the way.
Driving on. All the way. Airborne all the way. Driving on. Montgomery's most motivated paratrooper. Oh, I picked up my parachute and boarded the plane. Jump master said 1 minute to go. Green light lead with a cheering blow. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Somebody get Sergeant Smith out here. Tell him he'll be calling PT this morning. Make it snappy.
Driving on, driving on. Here we go.
Here we go.
All the way. All the way.
Come on now. Gotta be rough and tough. Hey, boy. All righty then. Everybody ready to do it? Put on tennis shoes, lace them up. Let's get moving. Sergeant Smith, where you at? Let's get it. Here we go. Oh, hard work. Hard work, work. Hard work, work. Woo. Hard work, work, work. That's what they say. Hard work, work, work. I earn my pay. Hard work, do it every day. Hard work, work. By the quarter to 3. Hard work, work, work. And earn my pay. Woo! Oh yeah. Hard work, work, work. And go to work. Hard work, work, work. That's what they say. Hard work, I earn my pay. Hard work, work. Oh yeah. Hard work, work. And go to pay. Come on. Work, work, work. Oh yeah. Hard work, work. Hard work, work. Hard work, work. Oh yeah. Hard work, work. Hard work. I'm ready to rock. Woo! Hard work. I'm earning my pay. Hard work. Do it every day. Come on. Hard work, work. All right. On the airplane. Woo! Hard work, work. Hard work, work. I earned my pay. Hard work, work. Hard work, work. Woo! Hard work, work. Hard work, work. Sit them on down. Woo! Is it over yet? Hard work, work. That's what they say. Hard work. I do it for play. Oh yeah. Woo! Okay. All right. Woo! I get the old juice moving first thing in the morning. Okay. That gets the juice rolling in the morning. And now I was actually running, guys. I don't be faking it. I be running. Okay, I be moving. So let us pay homage to all of our armed forces of these United States. Because somebody's mother, somebody's daughter, somebody's son, somebody's father, somebody's uncle, somebody's aunt, somebody's friend is sitting on the wall someplace saying, not on my watch. I'll do whatever I can to protect you this night. With the help of the good Lord, of course. Good morning to you. It's time to rise and shine. And good morning to the Montgomery Police Department, to the Montgomery Fire Department, to the Montgomery Sheriff Department. And good morning to His Honor the Mayor, Stephen L. Reed. Somebody said he's thinking about leaving us already. Going to run for a congressional seat, huh? I did ask him that, but I already knew the answer was, we good. And good morning, and good morning again. It's time to rise and shine if you can this morning. Hope everybody had a great Sunday. Did you go to church? Did you? Okay. Well, I can't really get on anybody. Now, me and Z, we did go. We did go. We go. As a matter of fact, it's one of the few times that I absolutely enjoyed the choir yesterday morning view. I mean, they had it all together. Now, all I need to do now is get me a singing part, a lead part in the choir. Then I'll be okay. Put a little, put a little, a little soul in there. That's what we need. But yesterday they were absolutely stupendous. It's hard for me to even say that because I'm a music connoisseur, and it was absolutely maybe my mind was right yesterday. I'm not sure, but it was. I enjoyed them immensely yesterday. So let's keep the good work up, guys. At Morning View, the choir. I mean, we need to record that so I can listen to it again. Anyway, good morning. The choir was good. The choir was good yesterday. They really were, and that's hard for me to say because my standard of music is really high. But yesterday they just maybe the good Lord just had me open my ears rather than my mind. I don't know. Anyway, good morning to you. It's time to rise and shine. Got to take a break. Come back with the audio for this morning. Hey, it's my favorite audio, but I think it's appropriate every Monday, but I can't play it every Monday because y'all get tired of it. But I'm going to play it one more time. Well, I ain't going to tell you what it is right now. Wait till you come back, and then we'll tell you what it is. Okay. Anyway, it's time to rise and shine. Time to get your act together. It's if you woke up on the ground, on top of the ground this morning, my friend, you are one of the blessed this morning because last night, somebody went to bed and did not get up. Thank God it was not you or I. You got how time flies. You got to think about that every day, don't you? It does. Never stops. Never quits. Always moving on. Every day.
A first alert weather forecast on News Radio 1440.
This report is sponsored by Window World River Region. Lincoln's hometown here on Deep Mexico. The Windows all products made in the USA with convenient financial options and the industry's strongest lifetime limited warranty. Window World River Region today.
Temperatures will be a few degrees warmer today. We'll get up to the mid 60s. It will be a day with a mix of sun and clouds, depending on the location. Some may see more. There will also be a gloomy day with wind and north and northwest and 7 miles north of the state. The wind will come down tonight. Temperatures down to the low 50s and the low 60s skies. Plenty of sunshine evening. I'm going to in the I'm meteorologist Tyler Avery from News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch traffic brought to you by Sons Automotive, family owned, family driven on News Radio 1440.
Good news, no major problems are reported. Nothing to keep you on the mark in the ground. No problems on 231 south out of the country without a story. You keep listening and we'll keep you posted with the latest technical tactics and conditions on radio. Larry Malvo, he's got the right experience for my time. Larry's been customized to insurance since 1988. Call White Oak Insurance, make sure you live with it's the law. Man, there's no way to live out there. No way.
It's a bittersweet time for the Overwatch League as the final playoffs have come to an end. This year saw a brand new champion with the Florida Mayhem. To overcome the final hurdle, Florida defeated the Houston in the 2-1 grand final. It was also announced this week that the Overwatch League will be creating a new revitalized esports program moving into the future. The unique Overwatch League. CPO Joe Cordell. Business owners and professionals face financial challenges and divorce court. They have to contend with allegations that their own coupled with claims on their business or practice itself. And those with assets depend on their divorce lawyer's skills in these matters. For matters in Tennessee, visit Cordell. Business made the deformity of legal services and the deformity of legal services This is the constitutional protection for CPS is there to level the playing field. Easy to write slide, easy to control ergonomic correct. Lines with a 10, 13, and 15-year-old magazine for better control of down. They're inside of an opportunity to upgrade this program. Visit the local dealer now. To learn more about the new price, visit smith.com. With a look at America. All the benefit prices will not be available in New York. Protect your local laws and regulations.
Hi everybody, I'm Vicki Gunvalson. You probably know me as the OG VOC. Very special guest, Vicki Gunvalson. Believe me, I'm a lot more than just a Real Housewife. And now I'm tackling a whole new territory with my very own podcast. It's called Look It Up with Vicki. And I'm talking about my life as a Real Housewife in front of the camera and behind the scenes. Subscribe to Look It Up with Vicki so you don't miss a thing. Podcast network where the conversation starts.
I've been blessed to be able to make a living at what I love, making music for more than 25 years. But it didn't get there overnight. There were a lot of long days and nights of working just to make ends meet. Good things in life don't always come easy. But when you sweat for what you want, it makes it even sweeter when you get it. So remember to work hard, and when the opportunities present themselves, you've got to be ready to grab them. This message is brought to you by the United States Air Force.
He's smart, witty, and fast on the draw. It's Mark Levine this afternoon at 5 p.m. on News Radio 1440.
And we're back. Good morning. Hope that they find you well. A little bit of motivation this morning, and then lessons of life and the word of the day. Not necessarily enough. Okay, I'm just saying. We're back.
wake me up. But I would lay there and I would pretend like I was still asleep because me and 415 really didn't get along. But Grandma would look at the back of my head. I could feel her staring at me, and then finally she would say, "Now, sugar, Grandma know you ain't sleep. You just supposed to go on and get on up and get ready for school." And my grandmother was known for saying things that would kind of make you a little angry because they made so much sense and you couldn't argue with her. Parents, you know, there's things that you, when you become parents, you start to say to your own kids. Like my grandmother would say, "Now, son, you knew when you laid down there last night that you had to get up this morning. I don't know why every single morning you lay there and act surprised. You ought to be thankful that the Lord saw fit to wake you up this in your right mind." But what my grandmother was encouraging me to do was simply to be grateful for the opportunity. In spite of all that I had been through in my life, she just wanted to make sure that I understood the opportunity that I've been given. My life got started, it was a little rough. It was a little rough start. I was born 2 months premature. My mother was walking up a flight of stairs, and she didn't know this at the time, but a woman she had had an argument with earlier was standing above her holding a pot of boiling water. As my mom made her way up those stairs, that woman dumped that water onto my mom and sent her tumbling down the stairs into premature labor. She received third-degree burns to over 25% of her body. And when we were finally allowed to leave the hospital, as you can imagine, my mom was in a great deal of pain. Those burns just barely missed her face and covered most of the front of her body. So when we got home, she began taking a heavy sedative, pain medication to help her recover. When she took that medication, it was very difficult for her to watch me, so I would bounce around a lot. I'd stay with my mom for a little bit, and I'd go stay with Grandma, and I'd stay with some neighbors, aunties, and then back to my mother's house. I did that for the first 3 years of my life. I was 3 years old, I was back at my mom's house, and I got into her purse, I found that medication, I swallowed everything in the bottle. When they found me, they rushed me to the hospital, and my heart would stop, and eventually I went into a coma. But because of that accident, because of that incident, the state of California, they did an investigation. And the conclusion that they came to was that it wasn't an accident. They removed me from my mother's home, I was made a ward of the state, and eventually I went into the foster care system. Shortly after I arrived to one of my foster homes, my foster mom, her name was Miss Alexander. Miss Alexander began locking me inside the closet with a light. She'd open the closet door, she'd kick me, hit me with a stick or a strap or whatever she had. It was while I was in that foster home that I was sexually abused for the first time in my life. And oftentimes people ask, you know, if that has to be the worst thing that could happen to someone. I have scars on my body that you can't see. I have a burn here on my hand that she put there with an iron. But all of that pain went away. The worst thing that Mrs. Alexander would do is she would open the closet door, she would stand over me, and she would say, "You're stupid, and you ain't gonna never amount to nothing." And that hurt me more than any of the physical kicks or the physical pain because I believed it for a long time. I believed that I would never amount to anything, just like she said. I didn't know this at the time. I found out a little bit later, but my grandmother, my hero, she had started going back and forth to court, trying to prove that she could take care of an active, handsome little boy. And eventually, the state of California, they granted her full custody of me. And I'll never forget standing on Miss Alexander's front porch waiting. She had my little belongings, everything that I had. I remember standing there, and it may have only been a half an hour, but it felt like an eternity. And I can remember thinking maybe no one's coming. But after a while, at the end of the block, I see the ugliest car I've ever seen in my life. And the car pulls up right in front of the porch. And I remember all I could see are these two big glasses, bifocals. And I found out later that Grandma had glaucoma. She wasn't supposed to be driving. But she gets out of that big car, and she's got on this white floppy hat with this, there was a flower right there in the middle. And I remember she had on this long white dress that came all the way down to her ankles. And I found out later that, that was Grandma's Sunday best. It was an outfit that she only reserved for special occasions. And I can remember for once in my life feeling like I was some special occasion. But I remember jumping into Grandma's arms and squeezing her, and I remember her whispering and saying to me, "Everything's okay. You're family." And everything was okay, just like Grandmother said. And I had a lot to look forward to. I found out that my mom was going to court trying to prove that she could take care of me. And I can remember sitting there with my mother, and we talked, and we had a lot of different conversations. One thing I can remember saying, Mama, you know, one day when I get big, I'm gonna buy you a nice house with a fireplace. I said, Mama, one day I'm gonna buy you a nice car. Not like Grandma, so get you a nice one. But the truth is, I just really wanted to become a family again, and that's what I look forward to. When I was 12 years old, I was asleep on my grandmother's floor. It was about 4 o'clock in the morning. We get a knock on the door. It was my mom's roommate. Miss Howell, come quick. Miss Howell was my grandma. She said, come quick, it's Ruth. Ruth was my mom. She said, I can't wake her up. I think she's dead. And I can remember laying on that floor, you know, kind of wishing it was, thinking, hoping that it was maybe a dream. But it wasn't. And that's how I found out that all the hopes and dreams and things that I had to look forward to weren't going to happen. I became very angry. I became confused. I was hurt. I didn't really understand what was happening. I started acting out, hanging out with the wrong people, breaking into houses, started stealing cars. I can remember not really caring what happened to me. I continued that behavior until I was 19. When I was 19, I found myself standing in front of a judge. I was handcuffed. I had a chain around my waist, and my handcuffs were attached to that chain. The judge looked at me and said, the state of California sentences you to 15 years in prison for armed robbery and assault. That day, when that door closed behind me for the first time as a convicted felon, I remember standing in that empty cell. I remember my knees started to get weak and they started to shake uncontrollably. I collapsed and I fell to the floor. I just started crying alone. I remember hearing voices. Heard the voice of my foster mom saying, you're stupid, you ain't gonna never amount to nothing. Heard the voice of family members and friends of family that said, that boy's gonna end up just like his father. My father was a career criminal, he died in prison. I can remember laying there thinking to myself that this is where I'm gonna die. But here's what happened that would change my life. Shortly after I arrived to that prison, there was an educator there. His name was Charles Lyles, 6'3", ex-Marine. And I don't know what it was about me, but every time he saw me, he'd say, hey, Mr. Humphrey. And he had this big smile on his face, a smile that my kids would say, that's creepy. But he smiled and he said, hey, Mr. Humphrey, how you doing? He always called me Mr. Humphrey. He gave me that respect. He walked into my cell and he said, Mr. Humphrey, he says, prison doesn't have to be your life. He says, you can get out of here and you can do great things. He started to walk away, and before he walked out of my cell, he turned around one last time and he says, Mr. Humphrey? I said, yes, sir. He says, I believe in you. He walked out of my cell. And if he had continued to stand there, he would have seen the tears running down my face because no one had ever said that to me. But I remember thinking to myself, I'm going to make some changes, and I'm going to change my life. And a little over 4 years after the day I originally collapsed and fell to the floor, I walked out of that prison on parole. That was over 18 years ago. I've never been back other than to mentor and help other people. But here's what I know. I know that when you've had a rough life, when you feel unwanted, I know that when you have hopes and dreams and when you have things that you can look forward to, and when you have people in place that support you and push you, I know that gives you a reason to live. It is a great day to be alive. And that's something that I haven't always said, but now it's something that I say to myself every single day at some point. If I'm having a great day or a bad day, that's something that I say. But what I also understand is that what my grandmother was thanking her higher power for each and every day was for the opportunity that she'd been given. And she never missed an opportunity to tell anyone that would listen, especially me, it's a great day to be alive.
It is a great day to be alive. I think everybody can say that and understand that this morning, if you're with us. Good morning to you. That always motivates me. Even no matter how bad the day is, it is still a great day to be alive. Good morning to you. Hope this day finds you well. It is a Monday morning, October the 16th. It is a day that has never been, and it is a day that shall never, ever come again. So do something with it. Make life a little bit better, if not for yourself, for somebody else. Good morning. 6:49. Next up, it is the what time is it? It is lessons of life and the word of the day. See, I know who this is on the phone, but I'm not gonna be. I'm gonna be kind today. All right, Mr. Ed, what you got? Quickly. Good morning. Quick, you got a minute, and that's it. Okay. All right, Mr. Ed, appreciate it. I'm sure I'll hear from you some more today. Anyway, good morning. Today's word of the day, it is a word that we have seen to have forgotten in America because we kind of wussy. Now, we kind of, and when you can't find enough people to go into the military because we're all too fat, yeah, we got a problem with that. Yeah, but that's okay. We'll figure that out as we go along. If not, we'll be speaking German or something at some point in time in the near future. Good morning to you. Today's word of the day is spelled Mettle. Okay, what does that mean? Well, it refers to the ability to continue in spite of difficulties. One of the reasons why we call the greatest generation, except for that little segregation thing and that little racist thing that America was involved in back in those days, is that it's seen from where we're sitting today. It seems that no matter what the hard times were, they figured how to win a war, how to protect the country against whatever barrage came against them. Okay, except for the color thing. We're a great country. We're just not a perfect one. But it seems that the greatest generation, they call them that for a good reason, because they had what's called mettle, Mettle, mettle. It is the ability to continue in spite of difficulties. And if you believe there's somebody out there that never had a difficulty, you, my friends, you are just lying to yourself. There's not a human being on God's green earth that hasn't gone through some difficulties. We all have a story, every last one of us. Matter of fact, unlike me, I don't mind telling mine, some of it anyway. But there's some people will keep their stories to themselves, and you don't find anything about it until after they leave God's green earth. So everybody has a story. It is not what happens to you in life. It is how you deal with it that matters. There is something, even rich people got problems. You think that money, somebody said more money, more problems. So having more money, although Ecclesiastes does say money answers all things, you got to take it in context, okay? Because some people got all the money in the world and they're still miserable. So everything in its proper context. So the word of the day is mettle, Mettle, which means to have the ability to continue in spite of difficulty. So when the world seems to get you down, when things don't seem to be going right, you need to dig deeper, okay, and work a little harder and work it out. Now, the lesson of life today, and this lesson of life today goes right along with the mettle that we must find in ourselves, in our souls, and in ourselves sometimes. Time is better spent finding a solution than an excuse. People always got an excuse. Okay, sometimes I got them too. I got you. I got them too sometimes. Sometimes I got to slap my own self. Say, hey, it is better to find a solution to the problem than to complain about the problem. Because complaining about the problem won't fix the problem. But finding a solution works every time. And sometimes it's a long journey to find that solution. But if you look deep enough, long enough, far enough, you'll find it. Because every problem has a solution. It may not be a fast one, but every problem's got a solution. Okay? So don't worry about the excuse. Worry about the solution to the problem. Okay? That's what I love about engineers. When the one guy calls me all the time whining about nobody acknowledges the contributions that engineers make. Hey, now you have the problem. Now what's your solution to it? Engineers are smart people. If they really want people to know about their profession, they'll figure out a way to get it done. Okay? If they are problem solvers, and that's what engineers are most of the time, problem solvers. You got a problem? Now let's solve it. October the 16th is this day. It is the 289th day of the year. And believe it or not, we have less than 90 days left in the year 2023. On this day in 1692, the Cuban Missile, on this day in 1962, the Cuban Missile Crisis began as President John F. Kennedy was informed of the reconnaissance photograph had revealed the presence of missile bases in Cuba. 1793, during the French Revolution, Marie Antoinette, the Queen of France, was beheaded. Let them eat cake. I think that's what they attributed to her. Let them eat cake. If she said that, that's just not a very nice thing to say. 1859, radical abolitionist John Brown led a group of 21 men on a raid on Harper's Ferry in Western Virginia. Tens of Brown men were killed and 5 escaped. Brown and 6 others were captured and all were executed. In 1901, Booker T. Washington dined at the White House as the guest of President Theodore Roosevelt, while invitation to the black educator sparked controversy. Again, we're a great country. We haven't been a perfect one. 1916, Planned Parenthood had its beginning as Margaret Sanger, who said, "Get rid of them like weeds," and her sister Ethel Byrne opened its first birth control clinic in Brooklyn, New York. The clinic ended up being raided by the police, and Sanger, of course, was arrested. 1934, Chinese communists under siege by the nationalists began their long march toward lasting a year from southeastern to northwestern China. The year was 1968. American athletes Tommy Smith, John Carlos sparked controversy in the Mexican Olympics by giving the Black Power salutes during a victory ceremony, which they won gold and bronze medals in a 200-meter race. You know what? I personally, I agree with them. At that time, yeah, I agree with them. Absolutely. Because they didn't treat black folks. In 1968, we wasn't being treated that well. I'm just telling you, that's the way it goes. But I think they have to thank God they live in America. But yeah, I didn't disagree with them on that one. Although I was only like 11. But you know, I was on the other side of the TV talking about, right on. Me too. Okay. 1969, New York Mets capped their miracle season by winning the World Series, defeating Baltimore 5-3 in Game 5, played at Shea Stadium. 1978, the College of Cardinals and Roman Catholic Church chose Cardinal, I can't pronounce the guy's name, but we called him John Paul II. In 1987, a 58-and-a-half-hour drama in Midland, Texas ended happily as rescuers freed Jessica McClure, an 18-month-old girl trapped in a narrow, abandoned well. 1995 was the year a vast throng of black men gathered in Washington, D.C. for the Million Man March, led by Nation of Islam leader Louis Farrakhan. In 2002, now I got you. President George W. Bush signed a congressional resolution authorizing a war against Iraq. The White House announced that North Korea had disclosed it had a nuclear weapons program. And those are just some of the things that happened on this day. I got a couple more too, but I can't get to those right now. Happened on this day. We'll get to those when we come back. All right. So be cool. Stay in school. Let's not be too crazy. It is 6:58 in the morning, right here on a Monday morning in the great city of Montgomery, Alabama. Not a perfect city, but a great city. Okay, but a great city. Let's do something to make it better. We'll be back. Uno momento. All right, you got me? That means minute, 1 minute. Okay, cinco momento. About 5 minutes. We'll be back.
On News Radio 1440.
A lot of things have gone down since then.
Internationally, the group between Israel and Hamas militants Americans up to 10, 15 still missing. Some nationalists explained that public representative Jim Jordan spoke to the U.S. Speaker of the House. Kevin McCarthy was the news opposition several weeks ago. The public conference nominated Jordan for Speaker of the House week. However, numerous thousands of House Republicans voted no for Jordan. The House bill could come again tomorrow. That you can on Sunday. I'm Jed Davis.
News Radio 1440 WLWIAM, the home of Sean Hannity, also on 95.1 HD3 FM, Montgomery, Alabama. 2 minutes. Presented by Indeed.com.
I'm Stacey Lane. So overnight in Gaza, and any time now, Israel may send in ground troops to destroy the walls. CBS's Holly Williams is at a military base in southern Israel.
Israel says that it's planning for coordinated strikes on the Gaza Strip by air, sea, and land. And Israel's now confirmed that Hamas militants kidnapped at least 199 hostages and took them to Gaza.
Secretary of State Blinken is back in Israel, where he's expected to meet with the Prime Minister and other officials. As for President Biden, there are talks he may travel there, but nothing is confirmed yet. Mr. Biden was on 60 Minutes last night and says while he stands strongly behind Israel, a new occupation of Gaza would be a big mistake.
Hamas and extreme armies don't represent all Palestinian people. And I think that it would be a mistake for Israel to occupy Gaza again.
Meanwhile, back in the U.S., an alleged hate crime in Illinois may have been brought on by the violence in the Middle East. Police say a 6-year-old Muslim boy was stabbed to death by the family's landlord.
Muslims must die.
Ahmed Rahab is with Chicago's Council for American Islamic Relations. Well, everything was perilous on Capitol Hill, where the Speaker of the House seat is still empty. Jim Jordan is the latest GOP nominee. First CBS is at that point. 217 votes to secure the gavel on the secret ballot Friday. He only won 154, which means he dozens of votes short. The vote is expected to take place tomorrow. Also, the Brooklyn Major Brooklyn Civil Authority cybercrime history. Then later plans to Boston's identity to overview the best property this year. In fact, we agree with the TSA that cost like 13% more air problems for the CCTV in the year ago. I thought conducting packages was actually more or less last year. Today to Suzanne Singh, who is the dominated London with dance music. He is also for the president of his new family, to be his family, to spend some time with their music. The other been Suzanne Singh's family son, Victor. This is CBS News.
You need to hire? Indeed is with you every step of the way, helping you attract, interview, and hire candidates all from one place. Visit Indeed.com and credit.
Thomas's compensation people just have to communicate seriously. Without the right replacements, schedule what is it? Indeed can help and hire great people fast. Indeed. Indeed you do. With Indeed Instant Match, we immediately show you quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed meet your sponsored job description. You put Indeed.com/credit and get $34 towards your first month of work. Terms and conditions apply.
As a weekly, we've got a million things to do. And it's a million things that need to be done right. That's why I call you a Beacon. The team that we can make sure your receivers are delivered accurately and on time. And the Beacon focus app makes ordering grants opportunity like 17 more covered easier than ever. I rely on Beacon because I never stop building and moving it well. Like in November, purchase 17 from Beacon and earn up to $750. Beacon, building.
Will the Super Bowl become a British affair? First grade Sunday game in London, the NFL is reportedly mulling over the possibility of hosting a future Super Bowl across the pond.
Maybe that's a possibility.
NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell talked about it during a fan forum.
Play a Super Bowl in a city where people. That would be.
The earliest possibility. In the Bay Area, the host of the game Zero surprise here. Taylor Swift ruled the weekend box office. It made a boatload. But AMC already crossed the $100 million mark at the closing week, but it grossed just about $97 million. That's still makes it the highest grossing concert film in domestic box office history. It's again CBS News.
Yeah, I knew it was you. Pretty old.
Shut up. Nobody's asking you. Listen, between A and B, COA, back in there.
But when you're old, they slant stuff at you. That's just where it goes.
I know. I'm sure the cost is not that much. Business owners and professionals face special challenges in court and their own clients with assets depend on the divorce lawyers' skills of these families. So better than I see, we don't go tell them about this. We don't go to the
And we're back. Good morning. Hope this day finds all of you well, as best you can be anyway. It's a great day to be alive. 7:10 in the morning. A lot of things to talk about today. Some we'll get to, some we probably won't get to. Our numbers are 860-14. If you have something you think is important to say, we'll let you know whether or not it's important. We'll let you know. But before I get to that, okay, I won't get to the rest of what happened today. But I will tell you what we are celebrating today. Today, we are celebrating the Day of Races. Exactly what that means, I don't know, but I think it's talking about people. It's also Dictionary Day. Every once in a while, probably need to use one. Because Google tells everything. Global Cat Day. We got cats. Hey, it is very surprise. Okay, Heroes and Forefathers Day. I know. Let's not go so deep and talk about all the bad things that we did. You know, our forefathers actually had a great concept over there. They had a great concept. Now, they weren't perfect, yeah, they were just like everyone else. And here's one, National Bosses Day. So if you got a boss and if you want to keep him a boss and you want to keep him paid, you need to show some appreciation. Okay? Okay, National Department Store Day. Yeah, we don't have any department stores left. I don't know. Is Walmart considered a department store? Speaking of, somebody over the weekend shot a gun inside Walmart. Okay, I what they did. Now they didn't hurt anybody. I think they called something. I think they shot the gun in the air. We need a. Here's what we need. Okay, engineer. Here's what we need. Okay, we need a mechanism, an apparatus that disables guns when you walk into people's place. Okay, come up with that one, my friends, and you will be a millionaire. Okay, I don't know how you're gonna come up with that, but I'll leave that up to you guys. Okay, something that will disengage any weapon when it comes through the door. I know, but hey, that's why we have engineers. Okay, because and maybe metal detector. That's what it is. You walk in over there. Yeah, we can do like we did in the Old West. You must place your gun here, or else you cannot come in. And our metal detector will tell you what you have. Because I don't think it's possible to stop. Now, if a gun was an electronic thing, then you could do that. But I don't know, since it is a metal mechanical mechanism, you probably can't stop that. But you can tell people if you have a weapon on you, you cannot come in. Okay? Unless you are Mr. Popo. Okay? And sometimes I'm not too crazy about them having one either. But hey, somebody's gonna have one. I'm just saying. So all the engineers out there, come up with something like that, and we appreciate it. I'm just saying. It is National Eddie Day. So if your name is Eddie or Elaine, okay, today is your day. Eddie or Elaine. Okay? Now also it is National Feral Cat Day. I don't know exactly what that word means. I looked up a long time ago. But I think a feral cat is a cat that lives outside. I believe that's what he is. And I feed them all the time because I like cat. I like it. I mean, you can't that can't really do much for you. You know, I mean, but if you sit home in bed and you're not feeling good, having a little cat snuggle up makes things pretty nice. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And can't do anything for you. You know, all you can do is watch the robbers come in and take all your stuff, but you know, that's about it. That's all okay. Unless you have a guard cat. And I don't know many guard cats that actually survive. Okay. Now, since I have a little connection with Jamaica, National Heroes Day in Jamaica on month. That's right. Jamaica on National Heroes Day. Gotta get my Jamaican accent on. Yeah, man. Jamaican Heroes Day month. Okay, that's what it is. National Liquor Day. Okay, National Liquor Day. A lot of folks have National Liquor Day every day. Okay. It is also Trey. So your name happens to be Trey. Trey. With today's your day also. National Veterans Barbecue Day. You know, so if you're a veteran, you'll find maybe you go someplace and they'll give you a barbecue sandwich. I'm not saying they will, but I'm just saying you might want to you can try it. Tell them it's National Veterans Barbecue Day, and you'll be okay. World Allergy Awareness Day. I got a feeling if you have allergies, you probably already know. I'm just saying, you might already know. World Food Day, and probably if you eat every day, you probably know Food Day too. Okay. World Spine Day. Now, some people need to get a spine. I'm just saying. But other than that, though, okay, National Spine Day. Okay. Any other day? National Adoption Week. Adoption and abortion. Boy, isn't there a world of difference between that? Anyway, now I'm not one that ever wanted to adopt any kids. There are people out there who can't have them. Adoption kids. Okay. Once you get the money to take care of it. It is National Health Education Week. Okay. Here's one. National Parenting Week. Some people certainly need to take that class. And it is Pharmacy Week. You know, we all get on the age younger, you all know something about pharmacy. And so, you know, when you go in there, like I go down to Quigley Wiggly on the Atlanta Highway all the time and say nice things to the pharmacists down there. I think that's the Jones Pharmacy down there. I'm trying to get them to advertise forever, but they never pay me any attention, so shouldn't give them that free plug. But no more free plug. Risk Awareness Week. Okay, so be careful of the risks you take. There's some risks worth taking, and then there's some risks that are not worth taking. You be the judge of that. And last but not least, it is UK Coffee Week, United Kingdom. Yeah, I don't know what kind of coffee they got over there. I drank some this morning. I just drink coffee because it's wet. I don't really like it. Matter of fact, here's my coffee equation. 2 parts cream, 1/2 a part coffee, and 1/2 part sugar. That's the way I do it. Okay. If I have a third of a cup of coffee, I put 2/3 in it of cream. Okay. But it's probably not called. Remember, I told you folks, do not call me black tonight. Okay? I am not black. I am coffee. Okay? I just want you to know that. My skin is the color of coffee. So I belong to the coffee race. Okay. I do not. If you call me black, I'm gonna look at you like one of those guys who want to be called a girl. Okay. And they be upset too. They be upset. They put on a wig. They put on a wig. Hey, how you doing? And then, hey man, what's going on? Don't call me a man. Okay, then. All right then. I saw a TikTok video on that the other day. Not funny. The guy said, "What do I look like?" Hey man, a wig don't make you a woman. I'm just saying. Hey, you got it right there. Now, don't get me wrong. You got it right. You know, I've been trying to get somebody that's transgender come up on the radio. But I really would like to talk to them. They may to convince me that somehow, psychologically, they really believe what they believe. But I'm good. So anybody else that's transgender, gay, whatever you want, I'd love to have a conversation. And I would be the most respectful host you ever had. Okay. I'm just saying, if you can convince me that, you know, that it's a thing. Anyway, good morning to you. Before I get to anything serious today, I was going through I went down there, I had down Longshore, why don't we ever talk about the high school in fact. Well, you know, I guess they don't have a priority in the high school. But me, I got a son in high school, I still have a picture of what goes on in high school. And Park Crossing lost 21-12. I don't know who Davidson is, but they whooped them a little bit, but that's okay. You know, they didn't lose that bad. Prattville 27, JAG. Now, which school is JAG? Which school? Is that Jefferson Davis or which school is that? That used to be Lanier. I don't know which school it is. Anyway, did they show up? And how you gonna be on the field and not at least score 3 points? How's that possible? Come on, man. Do we need? Okay, do I need to come coach football too? Come on, man. You know, Prattville 27, JAG. I think that used to be is that Lanier or that Jefferson Davis? I don't know which one it is. But whoever it is, they got the butt handed to them. Okay? Okay? That's it. Dang. We need to change the name to LOS. LOS. Anyway, Prattville 27, JAG 0. Okay. Carver Montgomery. Okay, now here we go. Carver Montgomery. We got a lot of Carvers in Alabama. 38 with Thompson 7. That's what I'm talking about. Put the wood to him. That's what I'm talking about. Congratulations to Carver Montgomery for looking up on somebody. That's where you like to see it roll. Mike Rose. Now this right here was not really a game, but both teams showed up. They both scored some points. One team got the snap beat out of them, but they was in the game. Okay, 63. Mike Rose, 63. Russell County, 27. Listen. That's it. I mean, just got away. Russell County just part of this side giving up, and you know when they figured out the odds were against them, they just kind of like laid down. I guess I don't know. Okay, sitting in here, 32. Dan Hope Elmore, 54. This sounds like a good game. I didn't know, but it sounds like a good game. That's good. Okay, that's good. I don't even know. Does anybody know what class? Oh, BPW 52, Montgomery Academy 9. Listen, I guess private schools are not good at everything. That's my bad. 52-9. Them on good. Then I should get back on the bus when I got off of it. Okay, that's okay. But hey, they showed up, they played, and they at least scored 9 points. That's better than the other team did we got now. So that's good. All right, is that it? Is that it? Oh, Montgomery Catholic 38, Bullock County 0. They should have just stayed in Bullock County. I mean, you can lose without showing up. I know where you're going to show up on a football field and get 0. Come on, man. Alabama Christian 44, Prattville Christian 14. Well, you know, at least they played. Prattville Christian did play. They didn't give up. They didn't leave it on the ground. 44 to 14, though, that's pretty tough. That's a pretty tough loss right there. All right, so that's about it on that. I got anybody else? Okay, I don't see anybody else in. Well, Lochapoka got 30, and Toggleville got 13, although that's not in our immediate area. I'm just saying. Anyway, does anybody know? Does anybody know what our school category is? Are we 5A? Are we 2A? Or where are we in class 3A? Anybody know what we are? What our high schools are? Or does it depend on how many people go to the school? Anyway, so that's the. If I missed anybody, please feel free to call them and let me know. But and I believe my son's team got smacked around too. So that's okay. I think they did. I'm not sure. What do they call it now? I don't know what they call it. Park Road, Super here. But I saw them here somewhere. Okay, BTW, Montgomery County. It is called Montgomery Catholic, Alabama Christian. Well, I thought I saw it somewhere. I don't know if they won or not. What's this one? What's the name of that school? What's the name of these schools? Oh, PJ. First was Julie. Okay. I don't know if they won or not, to tell you the truth. Because I'm looking at the thing here. And is that a class 3A or 2A or 4A? What kind of school is that? They didn't change the name on the brother. I can't even find it in the thing now. Anyway, there are other things to talk about, but I decided that since my son's in high school, I'm going to support the high school by telling you who got what to do. But however, I don't mind if somebody loses as long as you play the game. Okay, losing is not the best, not the worst thing in the world to do. Okay, sometimes you learn a lot from losing. Okay, but if you don't show up If you don't get out there and give it all you got, then you have missed the ring for being there. Let's see what this is for. Yeah, come on, who's this? Pretty good, pretty good. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. What's going on? Okay, is that, you still there? Oh, yeah, what you say? Well, I do not know. Is it Jag? Is that the one, Jag? Well, they showed up, I guess. Yeah, those, is that the one that got no points at all? They would have stayed on the bus. 20, Prattville, yeah, Prattville 27, Jag, High School 0. Changing the name didn't help anything. I'm just saying. But maybe next week they'll win again. You know, I don't know. Yeah. Well, come on now. They did. We got to encourage them a little bit, but getting 0, like Alabama State. Alabama State, now I got to go to Walmart today, but they ain't shooting in there, and I got to go in there and buy some Alabama State stuff. Yeah, or still in tea. That's good. But I've got to buy some Alabama State stuff because I promised if they won a game, I'd buy some stuff and put it in the radio station here. So that's what I'm going to do. So good. Yeah, good for them. That's it. Yeah. All right, it's 7:25 in the morning. We do got the most serious thing, but I just thought I'd run that by you guys. Because I'm probably the only radio station here at the high school that I have. And who of these 17 comes out? I got to give him some for his birthday. I got some already for his birthday, but he don't know that. All right, anyway, so that's the, but somebody needs to tell me what type of food, are we 3A or 2A or whatever Montgomery is? I don't know. Good morning, who's this? Good morning. Oh, uh, brother, I got it. I got the story, and I said there's a young man who's in charge of the NAACP on Alabama State. I've got exactly what his name is, and I'm trying because they had a nice picture of him in the newspaper, and I'm trying to get him on. I'm asking myself, what the hell does that have to do with anything? This is not a race issue. This is yeah, but it doesn't. And I mean, listen. When I thought about it, I said, that could be the only thing, and I came to the same conclusion. Alabama in the NAACP members called for Tuberville to end military block. What the hell does that have to do with Tuberville? Tuberville's not hurting anybody because of their color. It just, but I called it. Yeah, I called the guy to see if I can get my name. Right. I am too. And it's a law. It is a law that says you can't do it. Yeah. It's a law that says you can't do it. Right. Anyway, yeah, yeah. I don't know. Yeah, yeah. I, I guess it is. But the young man's name is Tyron Moore. And he's at Alabama State University. And he is a young man. Some young people need to stand up. Young people need to stand up for something that's worthy. This is not. You know nothing about the military. This has got nothing to do with pay. This has got nothing to do with color. This is about observing the law that is on the books that you cannot do this, and he's not stopping anybody from being promoted. That's a matter of fact, Tupper is going to be on with me next week, but he's not stopping anybody from getting promoted. Nobody. But he's saying what he's saying is that you cannot in one fell swoop promote everybody at one time. You know, if we're going to do it, we're going to do it individually. Okay, and that'll slow the process down a little bit. But okay, the military is never without leadership. That's the biggest lie I ever told. If the first sergeant goes down, green sergeant take it. If the lieutenant goes down, the captain goes down, lieutenant takes it. That's one thing about the military I love. There's always somebody to step in. So, yeah, and who cares about that? I care about that. You know, we need somebody to do some work, not sit there and give all the orders all the time. That's stupid. Yeah. All right, man. Appreciate it. That's right. Yeah, but I did see that thing in the newspaper, and and Mr. Moore, who looks like a very smart and intelligent young man. But you know what? This is above his pay grade. The NAACP's got nothing to do. There's nothing about this that's got something to do with race. Okay, but there's always the catchphrase for everything. Let's take a break. It's 7:30 in the morning. We'll be right back.
Montgomery Skywatch traffic brought to you by Family Driven News. We've got for your drive home and Ben Shapiro for your evening. It's News Radio 1440 and NewsRadio1440.com.
You've waited long enough. You shouldn't have to worry about the cleaning of your facility. Whether it's your office,
Daddy King, the King is King.
35 plus years of experience, consistently provide you with a clean facility so you can focus on your customers and team members. Don't wait. Go to JandyCleans.com.
Come fix my home. Okay, we are back. Yeah, I saw that thing, but you know, and I left a message for the young man to join me one of these days to talk about how in the world is Alabama State and the NAACP got involved in something that someone is doing that is lawful. So I don't, but you know, I guess the NAACP needs some relevancy, and you know, this is the way to get some. I guess. There's so you know what they ought to be doing to get all these folks to get out of jail their rights back to vote. And they should be putting pressure on people to make that happen. So that's you talk about democracy and our republic. When people cannot vote, and a group of people that are the smallest minority in America, our votes count more. Each individual vote now counts more than it ever had. Okay. But however, you know, be worried about cover bill. Yeah, great. Good morning on here. Morning. Yeah, yeah. Mhm. A man can say anything. Yeah. Mhm. Well, you know, listen. I ain't necessarily against that. You keep all these. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Wait, hold on. Now, wait, I'm gonna give you more. Wait a minute. What would you do if a group of people every day came in your store stealing your stuff? Okay, well, go ahead. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Right. What's you find out? Cool. Right. Mhm. Okay, that's got nothing to do with color. Yeah, but it's got nothing to do with color. Got nothing to do with color. Okay. Right. Well, listen, if you walk in, wait a minute. Now, wait a minute. Now, okay. Individual, I agree. Okay, okay. Wait a minute. Have you seen the groups of people in San Francisco, Chicago, who go, wait a minute. They go in these stores by group. I mean, listen, okay, but, okay, now wait, wait, wait a minute. Let me, okay, let me get a word in here first. First of all, shoplifting has always gone on. It will always go on as long as human beings are human beings. Okay, Again, when 100 people come in your store all at one time and steal your stuff, yeah, we need to shoot someone. And say, it's so bad. And we need a prosecutor. Okay, hey, listen. Again, and when they come in your house, listen. If a group of people come in your store, they all shoplifters. I got no problem. Hey, I guess you won't have many people stealing then. There you go. Wait a minute. There you go, making it about race. It's not about it. No, he said shoot the thief. He said maybe shoot. Okay. He didn't say what color. He didn't say a color. Okay. Yeah. I get it. But again, well, no. Again. Yeah. Listen, he didn't mention race. You making it about race. You're making it about race. Oh, okay. Well, that's his problem, not mine. Do you realize? Wait. Let me know where you. Do you realize how many stores in America right now are closing because they're stealing them blind? Okay. Okay. Well, wait a minute. Well, let me ask you something. Let me ask you something. Do you believe that if we stop taking a pot shot at them, they'll stop stealing? Yeah. Yeah. People won't come to your store now and start stealing. What? We may not need one. All we need is a sharpshooter. Yeah. All right. Appreciate it. Yeah, I hear you. All you might need is a sharpshooter, and then people don't know where he is. Have you seen the carnage that these people are leaving in people's stores? Chicago, San Francisco, LA. People are going in like 50 and 60 people at a time carrying plastic bags to steal. I mean, what do you want them to do? You know, that stuff costs money. Hey, I take the last break and I will be back. All right, I won't be stealing.
Visit acbyrequire.com for a list of services and offers today. That's acbyrequire.com. License number 84417.
Temperatures will be a few degrees warmer today. We'll get up into the mid 60s. It will be a day with a mix of sun and clouds. Sun. It will also be breezy. That can put the west and out. Wind will come down to temperatures out below the 40s and the mid skies. Plenty of sunshine Tuesday. Highs around 70, then we do the low mid Wednesday. Next first alert forecast on meteorologist.
Montgomery's Skywalk Traffic, brought to you by Sons Automotive, family owned, family driven, on News Radio 1440.
Montgomery, just the things going on. They're finishing up an accident where Ferry Road in Burbank. Also, probably for a new location. Interstate systems moving to slow down there. The age of university is 100% online for just 1 year. We'll be back over the local excellent two studies on average. But the law is law.
I'm playing my team, even with our because with much strength, you lose faith. Together, we will never fall short.
Prevent, improve, and manage healthcare for the Rise Above HR doctor.
Tired of the endless bickering and name calling of most political talk shows? On the news radio 1430 YouTube as a national debate television teaches you how to do Monday through Thursdays at 6 p.m. online or listen to the First Show Show Saturdays at 9 on News Radio 1430.
Now it's my house that goes home to.
It's not about credit cards, not paper or plastic, has a whole new meaning. When it comes to money, whatever you want to come from, you can find it. It's not about money, it's not about money,
You want to know what I like most about my Facebook? I love watching my son. I love seeing him smile when he high fives with me. And he is out team scores at football. I love the fact that they keep playing high school sports, keep making better decisions. And I love knowing that high school sports have never been safe. Why? Because coaches have more information than they've ever had. Training techniques are more sophisticated, and equipment has never been more advanced. Playing high school sports isn't just safe, it's still the best way to give your teenager a healthy head start in life. It's a wonderful thing.
This message about the value of high school sports is presented by the Alabama High School Athletic Association and the High School Athletic Directors and Coaches Association.
Tell you like it really is. It's the Dan Bongino Show, weekdays from 11 to 2 on News Radio 14.
And we are back. Now, to make a correction, in the state of Alabama, you can't shoot people. Okay. Unless you feel that there's imminent danger to yourself. You can't shoot people. But hey, you had it good. Okay, then. I'm just saying. Good morning. Who's this? Good morning. Was I correct in that? Yeah. I saw that gun. I saw that gun though. I saw that gun he had. Yeah. Yeah. Did you hear what happened at Walmart this weekend? Somebody shot up in the air in Walmart and had something to fire or something like that. Right. Sure. But what about when a group of people, coordinated group of people, conspire to come into your store, buy the 50s or buy the 10s, and steal from you and walk right out the door? Is there any justification then of using force, lethal force if necessary? Mm. Mhm.
They're not going to put themselves in harm's way over this property that belongs to this, major corporation.
Mm-hmm.
They're not. Because, the first thing that's going to happen is somebody's going to pull out their cell phone and they're going to start filming this guy with his knee in the back of this guy down on the ground with a bag full of stuff, and then all hell's going to break loose. And so they're not going to do that. And plus, they don't have the bodies to do that. So the only way these stores are going to survive is to try to hire, but they're not going to be able to hire law enforcement because they don't want to go in there and put themselves in that position because they know what's going to happen if they have to effect an arrest and it goes south.
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah. Is there a thing called disparity of force where even if the shoplifter doesn't have a gun, if he's 6'5", 275 pounds, and I'm 5'3", and I'm trying to stop him, can I shoot him then? Okay. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Not especially as you can get it sent to the house. You don't even have to go put up with that hassle of your inventory can be in like Amazon. Your inventory can be spread all across America in warehouses, and you just send it on. Uh, yeah. 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 And that's a shame because Seattle, I used to live up there, one of the best places to live in America. But this is what happens when you get this woe is me kind of attitude, and it's not my fault and somebody else's fault. And now I'm just telling you, and you know who's going to be hurt by most of this? The poor folks. The poor people is going to be hurt by this. Oh well, yes, yeah, appreciate it. It is 7:53 in the morning. Good morning. Who's this? This is he. Trump didn't mention anything about race. He said shoot them. They come in your store stealing. That's what he said. He had nothing about race. Okay. Okay. Because they don't seem to be against all this abortion on demand. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Why in the world? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. It's a conversation. Let me get my point in. Why in the world would you support something that the only design reason for them to exist is so they can kill children? My issues are philosophical. My issues are philosophical. It's got nothing to do with race with me. If I either agree with your philosophy or I don't. Yeah. No, I did not. Well, I don't watch TV too much, to tell you the truth. So he the pres he's the president of the United States. And he is. And I don't remember him falling down. I don't remember him falling down. I don't remember Trump falling off. Yeah. It is. I'm biased. Absolutely. Yeah. Okay. Wait a minute. I have fallen. Have you ever fallen? Because he's too old. He's too old. Well, we all have fallen, but that man falls all the time. I've fallen. But then again, I'm a Pharisee. So falling ain't no big thing. I know how to get up. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, I manage it. Okay, tell me. All right. Okay. I'll say I ain't mad at it. Appreciate your call. Hey, tell me what's the other stuff. Never get abused. Pharisee. Once you get up, that's good. Anyway, Biden government, uh, Democrats all get back up. Uh, Biden probably don't know which way is up. Yeah, he's old. Too old to be president of the United States. It's too old. And as a matter of fact, I'm thinking that I'm really believing that Trump may be getting too old too. We need some young blood, young blood. Because I would run for city council next time, but I think I'll be too old. Although I'll probably be magnificent. But this year I returned. I'm going to run for the city council, but I feel myself. I mean, once you hit 70 years old, you know what? It's time to go fishing or something. You on the computer or something. Get some guidance. You don't need to be running for it. We'll be back after this, unless people are willing to pay for me to run. We'll be back.
It's CBS News on the hour, presented by Indeed.com.
This is Zealand. robotics was carried out through the street of Johnson today that were laid out on structures draped in white sheets. This video is CBS Highlight.
There are so many injured that have to be treated on the floor. This man tries to scream, but he usually got a baby. I'm sitting in a prayer. Says his last goodbye to his mother.
The death toll from the conflict tops 4,000 now on both sides, and things are only expected to escalate with a new Israeli-grounded nation any time now. Our Holly Williams is in southern Israel.
The mood in this country is very a lot of anger. Israel's military said that this was the largest figure of Israeli civilians since the founding of the country. And there's certainly a determination here in Israel to wreak vengeance on Hamas.
Israel says nearly 200 hostages are being held in Gaza. Military says 21-year-old son is one of them. I want them to leave all the business and lifestyle. Back home. Not to war. No. Back in the U.S., the Justice Department is urging everyone to be on high alert as the conflict in the Middle East could spur hate crimes, like one in Illinois. Police say a 6-year-old Muslim stabbed to death with his son's landlord. He allegedly knocked on the door and said, "You Muslims must be." Was arrested. His arrest comes as the FBI is on alert across the country, saying Hamas or other foreign terrorist organizations could exploit the conflict to call on their supporters to conduct attacks on our own soil, but added most of those threats are not credible. There's a problem in the House. It's nearly 2 weeks since Kevin McCarthy was voted to court as the Speaker, and we got a new one voted in that and the Congress is at a standstill. Democrats to create a bipartisan government coalition as another potential option. The major and Runway has filed for bankruptcy around the June. Blames low sales and also had a
If you need to hire, you need Indeed, because Indeed's all-in-one hiring solution helps you attract, interview, and hire candidates all from one place. Visit Indeed.com/credit.
Hustle up, we've got 8 more floors to go before lunch.
Solutions window washing business is reaching new heights.
Wipe, and let's roll.
Meaning more certified cleaners getting online reviews crystal clear. Indeed, hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed, you do. Our hiring platform instantly connects to a quality candidate, and you can schedule and conduct virtual interviews right from Indeed.org. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 with your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply. Lunch is Christy Known Press is now Angie, and we're so much more than just a list. We don't help you with top pros and coding reviews and reviews. Now, we also help you compare prices on competitive programs and book a service instantly. You can even handle the rest of your project in 4 minutes. So remember, Angie's List is now Angie, and we're ready to get your job done right. Get started at Angie.com. Or WBF today. Beware comes on. Archaeological company says it found a piece of wine jar from 5,000 years ago. People of a woman believed to be Egypt's first female pharaoh. Researchers say the jugs are well preserved and still sealed in their original state, but they say the wine dried out and can't tell if it was red or white. Scientists are analyzing organic residue as well as preserved grape seeds and crystals. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News. Your kids probably have their Halloween costume ready to go and started out the trick-or-treat rule, but they still need something to put all that candy in. McDonald's is back with trick-or-treat Bebop. Starting tomorrow, you should have a Halloween sale. A blue monster or a skeleton, white bunny, or usually sugar, and a purple vampire. CBS News.
And also why you also research also confirms that marketing campaigns generate even higher returns, starting at a 19% lift when they are on more than one platform. That's why Cumulus offers a variety of effective digital solutions. At Cumulus, we are your one-stop shop to deliver a coordinated radio and digital campaign that will get your business results. Hi, I'm Sonia Thompson, and it's my job to get your business results on News Radio 1440. To learn more about how to get started, go to newsradio1440.com and click on Grow Your Business.
Retired or retiring soon? How much money do you need to live comfortably? Retirement Planners of America is here for you. Would you like to have financial peace of mind? Here's how. Step 1. Find out the amount of money you'll need to retire. Step 2, have a plan to get there. Step 3, make sure that plan can take advantage of market gains but protect you from market losses. Discover how to do all three with a free consultation at 800-508-6108. That's 800-508-6108.
All investments involve risk, including losses. Past performance does not guarantee future results.
Imagine having all the money you need for retirement, all the income, every month, guaranteed. That's Secure Future Investor, an indexed annuity tied to growth in the stock market, but without any risk of loss ever. It's guaranteed money for life income, no matter how long you live. Call 888-509-2228. 888-509-2228. Sponsored by GP Agency, Inc., Raleigh, North Carolina. Licensed in all states. Performance may vary. Consult with your financial professional before making an investment decision.
Larry Puckett Chevrolet needs your help to move their remaining 2023 Silverados. They must make room for the 24s that are now arriving. Take advantage of the huge discounts and 3.9% financing on all remaining 23s. They also have a great selection of pre-owned vehicles with over 100 in stock in all makes, models, and price ranges. Go see the good folks at Larry Puckett Chevrolet today on Cobbs Ford Road in Prattville, or shop online at larrypuckett.com, or call us 334-285-9300.
He is the voice of the conservative millennial. I'm Ben Shapiro. The Ben Shapiro Show, Monday night at 8 p.m. on News Radio 1440. Depend on it.
Woo! Okay, it was kind of funny. You went all the way down the step. That's still my buddy, though. That's what we call a PLL, a parachute landing fall. They up and drove on, baby. That's what I'm talking about. It looked like there was some ice on the step or something. Some ice on the step. Yeah, that's what it was. It's cold up there. Okay. Now, Tuberville could not have taken a fall like that. He couldn't have taken a fall like that. Tuberville bounces up, drives on, like the football coach that he is. That's what I'm talking about. And that's your fall, it's how you get up. All right, he got up. That's what I'm talking about. Hell, I fell a couple times already. All right, then. It ain't how you fall, it's how you get up. That's all I'm just saying. All right, good morning. I got so many things I was studying yesterday to do on the show this morning. And sometimes it just is not enough time to talk about everything. Although I have tried to reach out to the NAACP at Alabama State University, and congratulations to ASU for winning the game the other day. Appreciate that. I got it today. I'm going to the store and give me some stuff to, give me some stuff to celebrate the win. Okay. Again, it's hard to go for any college when you're from South Bend, Indiana. It's just difficult to go anybody that's not Notre Dame. However, I do roll with the Tide. Okay, I roll with the Tide so much when I went home and put my dear street to the rest. I went out on University of Notre Dame, and as I sat in the place I used to sit, and I left my mark out there. Okay, on one of the benches, I put Roll Tide. Now you know you've been here too long. When you go out the University of Notre Dame, touchdown Jesus in the background, and I wrote Roll Tide. I've been in Alabama too long. When my son gets of age, I think I'm going back to South Bend. Yeah, I hate the winter. The man's got to do it. I think I'll probably spend my last days at home. You know, I'm just saying. Alabama's been great, but I think it's time to go home. Yeah, probably. Unless you guys put up a GoFundMe and make me stay, then yeah, okay, we'll do that. 860-1440 is the number you're going to try to talk to. Whatever on your mind. Good morning. Who's this? Yes. Okay, good. Well, his stance is, I mean, his problem is well, that's all they got. I mean, right. I mean, if he was promoting it, well, that's right. Somebody showed it. Absolutely. Yeah, and I just saw it too. Yeah, yeah, that stopped me. That stopped me. Yeah. Well, I'm still trying to figure out yeah, yeah, but that's good. We expand your mind. Well, we do wait for you to come and yeah, yeah, yeah. I know that was a statement. Yeah, but yeah, anyway, that's what he said. But then they turned around and said that well, there are more white shoplifters than black folks because well because of the overwhelming numbers. But the overwhelming numbers, I bet there is. I bet you. Well, let me. Yes, the mere overwhelming numbers of people. Statistically, well, now that's okay. Let me do some. Let me do. Let me do some investigation on that. Yeah. Well, let me do some investigation on the percentages. Yeah, I'll do some. Yeah. Well, I ain't black. I'm talking. Yeah. Yeah. I hear. You. Yeah, I understand. Appreciate it. Yeah, don't call me black. I am coffee. I'm not. I'm not black. I gave it the black name all the time. I'm coffee. COFFE. That's my new name. Coffee. Good morning. Who's this? Yes. Yes. Turn that thing down in the background, whatever it is. That don't affect me. I'm broke. Okay. Listen. Call me back. Call me back when you get that thing fixed in the background. Good morning. Who's this? You. Yeah, I got you. Now you got something going on in the background too. Turn it down, whatever it is. Yes, yes. Well, you ain't never saw a black man. It's like I'm coffee. That's my new race. I'm in the coffee race. Never seen one. Uh, depends if the dog met him or not. He might be yellow. You got to come to Indiana, man. Yeah, I haven't either. All right. Appreciate it. Yeah, I didn't see one either. It is 8:16 in the morning, 860-1440 is the number here you want to get something on your mind. Good morning. Everybody's got things. Okay. Mm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, people keep stealing. People keep stealing them. Yeah. I mean, mm, yeah, yeah. I get you. All right. Yeah, yeah. I go in this one shop, Family Dollar up there on Madison Avenue, and when I didn't realize that it had that thing on it, and I tried to get out the door, and it wouldn't let me out the door. So I do. It's got that thing on it. But you can't blame them. I mean, you just can't blame people for protecting their stuff. But I don't know. Yeah. Mm, yeah. 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 All right, that's what we do. That's what we roll. But you know what? I gotta tell you, I, I gotta be. I have to be sympathetic. I gotta be sympathetic to people who don't have a car, who don't. I got. If they would just bring it back, take your stuff home. If you got to use the buggy, and bring it back. Uh, you know, so I just. You can't walk down the road with 10 bags. I mean, you'll never make it. I'm sympathetic to that fight. So what the store should, yeah, what the store should do is start right. What the store should do is start them $10. If they're going to take the buggy home, and they get their $10 back, and they bring the buggy back. and I think that would be all right. So, yeah, yeah, that's true. Hey, appreciate it. Appreciate your call. I did get some numbers of arrests in the United States, at least in 2021. The arson was by whites was 3,469. Larceny and theft was 219,296. Black or coffee, African American as we call them, in 21 was 1,000 for arson, 1,127. Larceny and theft, 91,896. American Indians, 6,173. So by the sheer number, now arts Asians only lit 70 instances of arson. The larceny, Asians, 5,796. So you see, by the sheer number, there's going to be more white than more white. 219,296 larcenies and theft. Blacks, blacks were, let me see what we were, 91,896. Okay, 219,000, 91,000. Hey, so it's still too many, no matter what side of it you're on. But come on now, there are more whites who do more stealing than black folks, strictly because there are more whites in America than black people. I mean, that is just a. I mean, any Ray Charles can see that. He ain't seen it in a while. Come on now, let's be honest. Amen. And nobody should be stealing. But I do remember getting a couple of candy bars when I was like 14 years old out of the drugstore. Until the one night they caught me. And then I had to run. That's what I did. And that guy couldn't catch me, right? He could not catch me. I feel sad about it now. I shouldn't have stolen that candy bar. I just had this thing about Three Musketeers back in the day. Just had to get one. I was broke. I think next time I go to South Bend, I think I'm gonna go to that drugstore if it's still there and pay for that candy bar that I stole so many years ago. That's what I'm gonna do. Okay. I'm going back to South Bend just to visit. I thought it's too cold to live. I can't do it. I went home a couple years ago. My sister's kitchen had ice on the windows, and the stove was on. Yeah, that's just too cold. We'll be back. 860-1440. Remember, you can text me 241-9998, or you can call 860-1440 and send me an email. That's right. Kevin.Elkins@cumulus.com. That's CUMULUS. But you better make sure you put something on the subject line, else I'm just going to think that it's just one of those scam mails. Okay, so put something on. Okay, here's what you do. If you email me, Kevin.Elkins@cumulus.com, make sure on the subject line you put SHOW, and that way I know what it is. We'll be back. So it seems that the mayor, even though when he ran for office, and I asked him directly to his face, was he going to run for this congressional seat? Now, he didn't say no, and he didn't say yes. He said he was worried about the race he was running in. However, we all knew, I mean, that's what I keep saying about politicians sometimes. Everybody knew that if this became a reality, that he was going to run. Now, I don't blame him for running, but since we just had a mayoral election, we just had the election. So you're telling me come next year, you're going to be running for something else. You see, that part, why not finish out your obligation to the people and all the thousands of people that voted for you? Okay? Why run right now? And I know people say, well, I can do more in Congress. That's crap over. Look at where we still are. Anybody doing more? Anybody doing more for Congress? Seriously? Is Terry Sewell doing a whole lot for Montgomery, Alabama? I mean, she drops Maxwell Airport Bridge check up every once in a while, but are we in any better shape? I mean, because we got somebody, and so you believe that we're gonna make a difference there that you can't do? I think you're closer to the people. You're closer to the people in Montgomery. But you're welcome to come to this microphone and explain to us why we should support you when we just supported you to become mayor again. So I'm just thinking, stop. I wish we would stop the line to get. It shouldn't have ran. Just said, you know what? I'm going to wait and see what happens with that. I'd have been absolutely fine with that. But if they go ahead and do this thing, and on next year's, because there's an election next year, 2024, if he wins, then we got to go through another election for the mayor of the city of Montgomery. I don't know. I just, if you can't be honest with us on one thing, then what can you be honest with us on? I'm just, on black men's thing. And I like Steve. Really. He's the only Democrat I voted for. Seriously, he is the only one. I never voted for. I never voted for him. I voted for the probate judges in there now. I did vote for him. Okay? I like smart people. I think he's a smart guy. Don't blow us. Don't blow us full of Bravo Sierra. Okay, just give us the real deal. That's all I'm saying. Give me the real deal. That's all I'm saying. Good morning. Who's this? I'm fine. Mm-hmm. I know, but I'm not in Florida. I'm talking about Montgomery. I'm not in Florida. I don't care about that. Okay. Except when it's right, but when it's politics, when people put so much confidence in you, they get out in the rain, sunshine, and they support you. I think you owe them something. Yeah. And right. Listen, it's always good to move upwardly mobile. I got no problem with that. And I will say one thing, and I'm trying to be a hypocrite here because I still believe y'all just finish out his term. But when you're only paying a guy a little bit of money, and the guy up north of us is making a whole lot more money than being there, the guy took it by coverage. And I don't know why it was that Barefoot and maybe Ingram and all these guys did not want to give our city council and our mayor a raise. I don't know why they didn't do that because it's worth at least at a minimum $150,000 a year. So right. But you as a right, but you as a military man, we I believe that when you run for election, you are taking an oath, okay, to serve us for the next 4 years. Okay, I think when you try to get release yourself from that oath, to me it is someone not only intellectually disingenuous, it is it's a lie, and I just yeah. I agree with you. Well, Congress ain't got anything to do with this, but I agree with you, and I would like to know why they don't think that the mayors and the city council of Montgomery deserve more money, because I think it's not a part-time job anymore for the most part. They get dogs every day. I help them. Right, right. But here's what you do. You but here's what you do. You fulfill your obligation that you voluntarily did. And, you and I joined the military. Once we get there, we can't say, I don't think I want this. Uh, Obligation is obligation. Your word is your word. Your word is your word, no matter what job it is. And that's fine. But if you get reelected, then somebody voted for you. Hey, I got you on all. I got you on all cases. I see you trying to let stuff and wiggle out of it. But he made an obligation. He made an obligation that he made of the city of Montgomery the next year. Okay, okay. He did, and I got on him the same way. You can, if you run for office, for that office, fulfill that obligation. Yeah. I mean, listen, I feel obligated to be on the radio every morning, you guys, even though I've been offered a job at a couple of other places. But you know what? I didn't take the job because I got an obligation to y'all, my family. Some of y'all like step family, but y'all my family. Right. You probably could, but I believe, right, right, yeah, nothing. Listen, at the end of the day, though, at the end of the day, we all supposed to be men of our word. We'll be back, but I think we'll let Stephen, the mayor, tell us why we should forgive him if he breaks his word. That'd be a good conversation. We'll be back.
Montgomery's found out traffic brought to you by Family Law. Family driven by new wheels and
Cordell and Cordell. If you're a dad who is facing divorce, there are extra layers of stress that may include stereotypes and assumptions. No two situations are the same. Our prepare us for whatever the challenges we face. For the first year, Cordell and Cordell, men, the same example. Something funny for Ladies is all manners. In your pet, not just by taking away from wild animals that are very large, but also by getting your pet vaccinated. Raccoons and bats are the most common carriers of the virus. We need to approach to strange, often or injured animals. But oftentimes people are bitten or scratched by animals. The best approach may be to contact your local animal control office. If you are bitten or scratched by an animal, you should seek medical attention immediately. The rabies is 100% fatal. It is also 100% state health authority. For more information, visit our website www.alabamapublichealth.gov. Did you know that Alabama law requires all pets to be currently vaccinated against rabies? State public health veterinarians do trainings. Rabies vaccination not only protects dogs and cats from the deadly virus, but also reduces risk to humans who can unknowingly be exposed by their unvaccinated pets. Always protect you, your family, and your pet from getting them vaccinated today. Brought to you by the Academic Department of Public Health Administration. Sundays at 9 on course. I love you.
Hey, I just want to say that I don't compliment those guys too much, but first of all, let me compliment the high school team win or loss over the weekend. Say I had to go down there and tell Longshore that I'm just going to give a high school team props. I mean, if you lose, I'm going to have to dog you, but don't worry about it. But if you win, I'm going to praise you. That's right. Good morning to you. It's time to rise and shine. If you haven't, you ought to be up by now. It's 8:43 in the morning. I'm pretty sure everybody's going to be up right now. It's true, man. Be thankful for this day, for it was not promised. So get up, do your best you can, and tonight, when all is well, you'll feel good about the year. 860-1440 is the number. I'm telling you, all my screen callers, screen visitors, let's see how far people listen to our screen part of our show. 860-1440, 334-860-1440 is our number. Good morning, thanks for holding on. This is he. Well, tell me how. Yeah. I do. What? Y'all my family. I got offered a job in Washington D.C. a few years ago. Y'all my family. I'm staying put right here. Yeah, y'all my family. I mean, sometimes y'all treat me like a stepdaddy, but I'm your family. We all family. And because everybody got a crazy uncle, and I'm a crazy uncle. So I'm good. Yeah, what's up? if y'all, wait a minute, if you guys expect me to do what do you guys know we are surrounded by 7 universities? Seven. 7 universities are associated with Montgomery. Now, if y'all can't get your education from there, don't look for me for it. I'm just saying. Yeah, yeah, but I am for y'all because y'all my family. You know, I don't have any family. Yeah. If they pay me enough, if they pay me enough, I mean, if they pay me enough, yeah, they didn't offer me $100,000. It takes $100,000 just to pay the rent in Washington D.C. Y'all must be crazy. Yeah. So I said, now you got to come on. Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, for my family. And y'all my family. Black, white, Mexican, whatever. Y'all my family. Yeah, okay. Okay. Hey, okay. I think y'all believe me, but they call 860-1448-46 in the morning. Good morning, who's this? Good morning. Yeah. Mm. Mm. Okay. Well, I mean, it is what it is, I guess. Again, I don't blame somebody for wanting to be overly mobile, but I do think that we ought to finish an obligation that we have when we go to them. That's just my thing. All right? Yeah, they did have a fit. And I think that Bobby expected to a little bit too. But that's a good though. All right, man. Okay. Our numbers are 860-1440 if you want to give us a call, whichever on your mind is. Well, I had so many things, okay, that I want to talk about today, and I still got it here. But let me message right quick. Okay. All right, there we go right there. Yeah, see, some people, yeah. Now, somebody did send me an interesting text. Somebody sent me an interesting text. They said, what other potential mayoral conflicts? Okay, I think this is a great question. Uh, what other potential mayoral candidate has the ability, meaning political resources and network, the networking machine, in place to negotiate from a position of strength than Mayor Stephen Reed, with his super majority white Republican legislature? No one aside from Todd Strange. Um, but Todd's getting older. I don't think Todd's going to run for anymore. Yeah. Again, I didn't say that it is unwise to do it. I'm merely saying that if you make an obligation, then stick to your obligation. I mean, I realize that power and the things that come with it are aphrodisiac. They are. They give you a feeling of power. Power gives you. Power is a wonderful thing to have sometimes. But again, and it's only my opinion. I'm not the person that. First of all, I probably if I probably wouldn't vote in the primary because I don't want to be stuck to. I'll probably vote in the primary too. So if he ran, I mean, right now, again, I would probably vote for him, but I still wouldn't. I still wouldn't be a happy camper. You know. Good morning. All righty then. Good morning. Who's this? Good morning. No, that wasn't Mr. Ed. That was somebody else. Yeah, I got to do it. Yeah, he's been hanging on for a while. And how are you doing? Mm. I'm doing fine. He left the house this morning with his nice ROTC suit on. The boy looked better in uniform than I did. Yeah, I know. I said, okay, yeah, that's good. Anyway, well, he said if they get all the things squared away in the new district, he said he'll probably run for, which means yeah, he's gonna run. Yeah. Mm. Yeah. I mean, maybe and he probably think, I think he's done an okay job, but but yeah, and nothing wrong with money, nothing wrong with money, but it can't be everything. Yeah. Oh well, I'll get right. I'll get right. When you're a superstar in town like me, everybody wants me to do something. Yeah. Okay, the broken superstar there is. Good morning. Let me see who this is. Good morning, on there. Yeah. Yes. It's a thing that makes you want to get motivated with the ladies. It means that it is a it is a it is an element that makes you euphoric. Power is. I'm just listen. I realize that you got to look deeper into the meaning. Don't worry about it. I'm with you. I'll call you at the house later and let you know. Good morning. Who's this? All right. Did you tell Bobby Brown? I did. I did. I think because I don't think to take an obligation. To me, it's like an oath of office or an oath to join the military. You make an oath of office and and you stick with it until it's over. You know, but that's just me. That's just me. You know, when I told the man one day I wanted to jump on an airplane, they paid all that money for me to learn how to do it. Now, what would I look like going up in an airplane coming? I ain't jump. That's too high. Come on, man. If you take the obligation, you get on the bird, okay, you jump. You just go. And Margaret Robbie, yeah, I mentioned that to her too. I didn't change my stripes on that. Make the obligation at the end of the time, then you run for something else. But everybody wants to play both ends. Well, you got a job. Which is smart. Actually, it's smart. Yeah. But would I do it? Of course not. Now, if I ever decide to run for something in the next 2 years, because I got to do it in 2 years, I also can't do it. I'll be 70. Well, I look good to be 60 something years old. But I'll stick to my job. If I win, I'm gonna stick right there. I'm gonna stay right there. Okay, no matter what. That's why I'm still in Montgomery, even though I got offered that $100,000 to go to Washington D.C., which wasn't enough money to get the movie. Actually, I'm staying here with you guys because I feel an obligation. Y'all leave me in the morning until they get rid of me. Uh, I'm just saying, y'all, if you make an obligation, keep your obligation unless your health or your life is in danger. Good morning. Yeah. No. I got like 48 hours a lunch. Okay. Then. Maybe my daddy got around. I do that. Yeah. Notre Dame is looking a whole lot better than Alabama. A win is a win, and all you need is 1 point. So Alabama speaks on it some kind of way, but you can't luck up and win all the time. So I'm just saying, they're not gonna. And Nick Saban, I don't know. If you think this is Nick Saban's last year, I think it is. I think he's not coming back. I mean, what does he have to prove? All you can do is go down. Unless he wants to get one more national championship, then that'd be good. But his quarterback choice this year, but maybe this guy just needs some more practice. Maybe he just needs some more practice and stuff like that. And although, and again, I have put the word out. I want to talk to the man who runs NAACP, whether here or the NAACP or ASU, because I think they are way out above their pay grade to jumping on the wheel for what he did. It's got nothing to do. It says the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People. What the world is him, okay, saying that you can, unless you think it's only black people that's going up there and getting rid of their children. Okay, that's the position that you're coming from, then that's a stupid position. Okay, so you mad at him because he said, well, if you're going to do it, you're going to do it on your own dime. You're not going to do it on the government's dime. Okay, we already got a hard time getting people in the military. Now we want to. Since 1972, never a rule was made. I think they said at least almost. So, just think. Some of those kids could have probably come up with it. Some of those human beings could have probably come up with all kinds of designs and all kinds of killing mechanisms, all kinds of inventions and all that kind of stuff. But no, we thought it was more important to get rid of it. I'm sorry. That horse ain't going. That dog ain't going home. Good morning. Yes. Okay. Listen, you can believe that if you want to. I like that. Okay, well, what's wrong? What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? Somebody needs to look out for the Christian people. Because right now, a lot of folks are not doing that. Anyway, okay, I don't have time to get to any other things or anything. Okay, now I'll fix some of this on tomorrow. Okay. The library thing is coming to on the conversation again, so we'll just have to see how that rolls. All right, time's up. I gotta go because time does fly. You realize that time flies. Get out of here real quick. Okay. So before you go, let me tell you the word of the day. The quote of the day is be happy. Not just being sad, just be happy. I gotta go. We'll see you. Have a great day.
On News Radio 1440.
I'm down in the hopper.